Hey guys, I'm McGregor here. Welcome back to the channel. We've got another video for you today. This one is at Spa again. I do not exclusively drive at Spa, it's just the way that things have worked out. Gonna keep this short and cut straight into the race. I'm just gonna hop straight into it. We're at the back of the grid, missed qualifying. Just trying to get things set up, but it should be decent anyway as there's carnage already. Gonna do a live com this time around. And we'll see how we go. This should be the second split, I believe. Gonna be 17, 18 lap race, something like that.
On your left. Clear left.
First one I've done, so.
Car left. Clear left.
Yeah, already poorly damaged Ferrari. Oh, no, that one's got damage. I'm doing these races for experience for the race this weekend. As I said, again driving for Rowan, I'm hoping to get in the top split once again.
Car left.
See how it goes. The Ferrari's major drag down the straight.
The guy behind's reeling you in.
You got catching up to go, but hopefully it's a decent race. Expectations are 29th, probably a top 10. Be happy with a top 10. We'll see, I'm probably going to be very wrong. The big thing around here, incident points. Trying to stay alive. It's a 40-minute race. Trying to get under 17 incident points before you get a drive-through penalty. That's going to be the main challenge. Going into pull on for the first time. I think the pace, we've got better pace than a lot of these guys. Our pace isn't great right enough. Never on the outside there.
Still there.
Oh. Bit of drama.
Right side's clear. Car right. Hold your line. Clear right. Left side. Clear left.
Decent wee move. I made a few positions of that in the first lap. Now I don't tend to do too well speaking while I'm driving, so hopefully it's not going to be too much of an issue. It's coming up to Blanchimont. It's where I've been struggling a lot in practice. We'll see if we can get a BM, but I'll back out of it, I think. It's not a corner I've been getting on well with. I see there's that Ferrari by the looks of it. So we're just going to be taking it steady. There seems to be quite a few incidents in this one. As I say, I've got a lot of pace to find. It is the Wednesday. Sorry, no, it's the Thursday. Race is on Saturday, so we've not got too much time to find it, but I'm pretty confident. Up to P20, don't listen to the crew chief. As for overlays as well, it's currently something I'm trying to work on. I know how to put them on, but I'm just trying to find a good bit for the resolution so that it's not too compromised. Bad thing about the Audi is it's quite slow on the straights compared to a lot of the other cars. You can see the Ferrari is just reeling in. He's actually the number one seated driver, so I might just let him go. We'll see. Although this will be the second video on the channel in Spa, it's not a circuit I particularly... obviously Spa is, you know, a great historical circuit, but it's not one of my quick tracks, I'll be honest. Getting stuck behind this BMW a wee bit now. See what we can do. No, I'm pull on though. Out here maybe. Oh,
left side.
Giving that one up a wee bit.
Clear left.
So take it. But on the straights is where we're going to lose our time. The BMW is so quick compared to us. Look at him. can't do anything. Hopefully it does the same as we done last lap, and it does, but compromised the line. Honestly, the car feels so unstable through there. Two laps and no incident points, so a good start. Up to P19. Depending on how the race is, I might, if there's long bits where nothing's happening, might cut it out. I'm not too sure still. I wanted to try a live com as my second video and just kind of compare it, see what I prefer. Obviously it's easier just to race, record, upload to YouTube, but I'm wanting the content to be quite decent. So we'll need to see obviously how exciting the race is. If the gaps was to stay like this, it wouldn't be that good. They got an off track for that, apparently not. So for those of you, if anyone's watching it's not too familiar with iRacing, I keep on talking about off tracks and incident points. It's a pretty basic concept. You get one off track if you run wide, you get, sorry, one incident point if you run off the track. You get 2 incident points if you lose control, spin the car. You get 2 incident points if you have, I think it's a minor impact of another car, and 4 incident points if you have a big punterino with another one. So you get 17, a limit of 17 incident points before you get the drive-through penalty, which obviously we're not wanting. 40-minute race should be, you know, about 18-19 laps. So if you can get on average just under 1 a lap, then you should be okay. We're doing decent so far, just reeling in 18th place. I think we closed up half a second or so this lap. But we lose it all through Blanchimon. I just can't get it, we have lost a wee bit of time.
The leader's just done it, 2:19.16.
I'm hoping that the crew chief isn't too empowering over my voice. But we'll see what lap times we put in here. 220 flat. It's not great. I think we are faster than these guys ahead, so we'll see how it goes. Not going to be fighting for any wins, but I don't know. I'm just doing it for experience for this weekend. Getting used to the car, just putting laps in, and hopefully some decent racing, but I'm going to have to catch up with these guys. Long race though, very, very long race. Still a lot of time for things to happen. We know that the first sector is going to be my slowest of the track, just because of this car, and through the corners that's where we can make up a big moment there. So again, if anyone's watching the race and they've watched the first video that I done, let me know what your... I was trying to concentrate. Let me know what your preference is in the, you know, the video type. Is it a live com, or is it kind of highlights with me commentating over it? If it's me personally watching another channel, I'd probably prefer the highlights. But obviously everyone's different, and I know that most of the iRacing videos are live comms of people streaming. I'm not streaming right now, but I know most of them are just taken from the stream, put on YouTube, so I don't know what people prefer. So if he's let me know and see what I can do. Oh. Rip.
Pit speed limit, mid-lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. Yellow flag, watch out.
So what my plans for the next upcoming weeks, is get this race out of the way, get 24 hours done. That's the last endurance race that I'm interested in doing for a while. I want to take a wee break from it. I've done all the special events this year. I've done Daytona, Sebring, Nordschleife, Le Mans. I feel like there's another one. I've done 12 hours of Suzuka. I feel like there's another one I'm forgetting. Bathurst 12 hours. I think that might be it, I don't know. And then Spa this weekend. So I'm looking forward to a nice break after it. Get a head down, put some videos out. I want to start streaming as well. Crash up ahead. Oh, two cars. Listen, I'd be happy if we could just... Oh, I've almost lost it. Getting carried away. I'd be happy to make up positions like that, but I almost lost them all. Just keep it clean. It's at top 10. I think we should now be in P16, I believe. I think there will be a car or two up ahead that's hopefully going to get a drive through. And we can make up a couple positions like that. We're not too far off a top 10 actually. Which would be a pretty good performance from 29th on the grid, I believe. I'm not used to commentating or speaking through races as well, so it's quite tough. Something to get used to, I guess. I will get used to it. And it's, the more I do it, the more comfortable I feel, the better the racing will be. But I've not been too bad. I've not made too many mistakes this race. Still very, very long to go. Honestly, every single time around there. As the Merc goes deep into the bus stop. I think we're just going to need to stick to these guys as close as we can, so we're not going to be getting them on the straights.
16th place.
I can keep two of them. I don't know how I am in slipstream, but the Ferrari's getting... Look at it, he's gone. They're like... They are pulling away big time. I'll be the first off track.
Alright, Aaron, right out of track limits.
So you see up there, off track, 1 out of 17. Once you get 17, you get the drive through. Got to Lake Holmes. See, we're actually closer than I thought. We are kind of reeling them in, but not this lap. Save a wee bit of fuel. Or they're going to cap. Oh.
There's an incident in Lacour.
Thank you.
Like Rossi, clear left.
That was, I think, silly from the Ferrari. Just went into the back of the Merc. I don't know if we put the brakes on too early or something, but I am seeing gaps forming either side of me. No car in front for a while, no car behind, so if it stays at this, potentially I will cut it. Just so that there's not laps, or just me circulating. I'm not, too interested. Can't keep us entertained that much. Another off track, brilliant. But there is a gaggle of 4 cars ahead, so...
4.0 seconds.
See how we go. As I stay in Scotland today, I believe we've left phase 2 of the coronavirus lockdown into phase 3. Fingers crossed. I'm waiting for any news about maybe getting a wee bit of racing done this year in real life. As I said in the previous video, I'll be racing a wee Audi R8 125. Don't know if any of you are interested in bikes or what, but that's gonna be a big part of the channel as well when it gets back underway. I'm really looking forward to it. This year is going to be my first year, and obviously
13th place.
it's not coming to fruition, which is a shame, because I was getting ready off the track, you know, in the gym. I spent a lot of time in the gym trying to get fit, trying to get ready, and just started pre-season testing, and then weeks away from my first race and everything gets called off. It's an absolute nightmare, but it is what it is. Everyone's obviously in the exact same situation as I am, so fingers crossed I can get a couple rounds under my belt this year, just so more for the experience for next year, so that I'm not, you know, starting another season with no experience and no idea what to expect. I'm really looking forward to it, and fingers crossed, as I said, to get a wee bit of good news. But up to now, there's nothing. Another off track for me. This isn't going too well. Getting reeled in by the, what I believe is a Ferrari. I'm not too sure as well. This is the car that Ronan will be driving in the 24-hour event as well. We're hoping to be in the top split. Hopefully, so we can get the broadcast. So the main team will be in the top split. Hopefully we can get 2 cars in. I'll be in the Academy GT1 car. It will be streamed as well. I'll leave the links to the Twitch channels in the description. By the tongue twister. A bit of a stalemate right now. 3.5 seconds behind. Oh, I was going to say the car in 11th, but it's the car in 13th. That's why I want the overlays fixed, because it doesn't update to the end of every lap. I need to watch the off tracks here. This is going to be the problem for this weekend. So you get 100 incident, so 17 for a 40-minute race, and then you go into the 24-hour race and you get a limit of 100. Last year they completely ballsed it up, and they ended up, I believe, I can't remember what happened in the first race. Something happened in the first race, and then for the second race, for the official broadcasted race, they took off the incident limit. So, you know, if anyone's into sim racing, they'll of course know what happened. People were getting over 1,000 incident points just because there was no limit on it. You could literally do what you want, which obviously isn't great. I think 100 is very strict around here. It'll be really, really tough. Keep it under 100 for 24 hours. But I don't know, we just need to try our best. For every event we've not hit the 100 limit so far this year, so that's been decent. I think this probably we will hit it this time around. And if it's a drive-through, it's going to be so punishing because it's the endurance pits. It's not just the GP. So you've got the whole pit lane at the top, and then you need to turn through La Source, where you usually exit the pits, and it's the big run down up to Eau Rouge and then Radion, and then you leave the pits just at the top of Radion. It'll be really, really tough. I think you'd probably lose a good 40 seconds just from the drive-through, which is really brutal. And then I believe it's every 25 incident points after, so in the lower splits you'll be seeing cars constantly getting drive-throughs, but in the top splits I don't think there'll be too many. We're getting closed in again. Up to P13, I don't know if someone's went into the pits, but we've got a few laps to go.
Watch your speed. Just cut the track. Incident.
Oh, bit of drama. So there's a Merc behind us. I'm not too sure where he's come from. I'm slowly dropping off the pace as well, I'm noticing. I'm not too happy with it.
10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Ten minutes of fuel, about 5 laps. And we're getting overtaken here, which is fine. I'm happy just to sit behind. If it's a faster driver, sit behind and get up the field a wee bit. Yeah, we can. Look at this.
Car left. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Miguel Lopez Torres.
Don't let him get away.
Yeah, there was a car starting in front of us, if I remember correctly. Good watch. Doing okay though, I think I should be on track.
About track limits. That's 20 minutes to go. We're halfway home. We estimate 9 minutes of fuel remaining.
I was going to run to the back of him. I hate cars like that. It's so much faster behind you, and as soon as they get in front, they just make constant mistakes. Someone's running right across the grass I put on. That was one of those two in front, but they're slowing down quite drastically. Under 3 seconds they got now. Well, we're getting close. Then this is going to be a bit of a scrap. 3 or 4 way scrap I think it's going to be between us, and then if we catch up to these two it'll be a 6-way scrap. All for 12th place I believe? Is it? No, it'll be 11th place. We dropped down to P14. Right, Big Miguel said he's pitting in apparently. So that'll be us in front again. You can take Blanchard on flat, but I'm really struggling. If you see the throttle input, I'm lifting every single lap. Let's see if Miguel is pitting. Yeah, he is. Oh, so it's a Ferrari. Oh no, he's not, sorry. Completely tell a lie. But we are catching up. So if cars are legitimately making their pit stops now, we're going to see the field kind of spread out and stuff, and I'll probably be in false positions. As I said, this is my first race, so I don't know when I'm due in. In terms of fuel as well, 30 litres I put in, it's usually what happens with VRS. We'll see how it goes. So in terms of prep for the 24, I have been driving in a public session. I've been doing a wee bit by myself, but for me, racing is the best form of learning. I learn a lot more racing. I'm much more concentrated, as I completely missed the apex. I slowed that right down so I wouldn't get an off track. Yeah, you generally am a lot more concentrated. And that seems to be when I'm behind other cars, I can see where they're quicker than me. I can try and adapt and make myself quicker. One thing that I'm not too confident around here is using a lot of the curb. You know, other cars use a lot more curb than me. I don't really trust it enough as of yet, but it is the difference between me and someone that's a lot quicker. Generally, if I put a lot of practice in, I have got a decent pace. I think I'm floating around 2000 iRacing right now. I believe that with practice I'm much quicker than that, and it's something that I'm going to use this time away from endurance racing. I think there's a good few months before the next big event. I'm going to use this time to get my iRacing up, because I don't like being in the lower splits. I prefer being in the higher splits. You race against better drivers, I learn more, I end up being quicker. It's just a snowball effect, you know. It's something that I'd love to really concentrate on. Right, so see what lap we're down. Quickly change to that. gear I'm using is incredibly creaky and squeaky whenever I move. It's the Playseat Challenge for anyone interested. Equipment. I've just got the Logitech G29, very basic setup. It's the thing, I would be willing to invest a bit more. Potentially, I don't know, Fanatec V3s I quite like, but it's just so expensive to upgrade, and I need to see what's happening in real life, because that's money that I would rather be investing in real life racing. That's, you know, hopefully going to make me quicker on the real track instead of virtual, because I don't believe, in my opinion, I don't think it makes a massive difference. Like, I am racing at a pretty decent level, and endurance races especially for Le Mans and HPD were a split two, and I wasn't miles off the pace. I feel that pedals for me would be a big thing in terms of consistency in the braking. That's probably where I struggle the most. I think I'm going to stay up off. That's my braking. Whoops, I just come in this lap, cut my losses. I was going to say it one more.
Watch your speed.
Right, okay. So then, 13.5 minutes left. Something that I would have liked, unfortunately, that I don't have right now is an overlay to tell you, well, one of the overlays that I'd like to use that tells you how long is left in the race, because I can imagine that as a spectator, you know, watching me, you've probably got absolutely no idea what's happening in the race. But just a short splash and dash in the pits, and we're away 11.2 seconds.
There's traffic behind, keep your wits about you.
Big Miguel's got me. He came in earlier, done the undercut. He was quicker than me anyway, I'm not too surprised that he's a wee bit in front of me. Need to watch for any tyre pressure drop, tyre temperature drops. We're bogged down a wee bit going into Rouge, but it is what it is. So 13 minutes to go, say 14 plus another lap. At most we've got 8 laps left. I think, yeah, it'll be 19 or 20 laps. My first VRS race in a long time. I was in a league, BSR, British Sim Racers League, Mazda MX-5. I was in that for a good few races, and what happened was the first season coincided with the iRacing schedule, so you could jump into races and practice that way, and for me that was ideal. If I was wanting to do a bit of practice, I'd just jump into a race or two, and there was one week at Brands Hatch, I spammed it so much, and my safety rating just completely plummeted. I couldn't keep on a track at Brands, no idea why. All over the place. I was finishing well, I got a couple wins, a few podiums, I was finishing really well, but my safety rating just went down the tube. The thing that I loved about BSR, there was a lot of incidents, that's not what I loved, there was a lot of crashes, but the talent was, you know, pretty good. I can now, like, last night I jumped in an MX-5 advanced milestone race around Barber, and I won the race. It was, I think, my first milestone race in a very long time, about probably 2 months or something, and I won it, top split. But in the BSR league, I never won a race. I got a few seconds.
There's an incident in,
but usually, I think we've been jumped, I don't know who they are. Yeah, we have been jumped, I remember them. No, not jumped, they've just extended our gap. But, yeah, a good few finishes. Spa was actually one of my better tracks in BSR, I think. I got 2 seconds and 2/10 or something like that. The format for that is there's 4 15-minute races a night, You get a 50-minute qualifying session that determines the grid for race 1, and then based on the results for race 1, there's a wheel, they spin it, and based on whatever it lands on determines the grid for the next race, how many cars it reverses and stuff. It's something that makes it a lot of fun. It can be a massive pain, but it makes it a lot of fun. Also, if you have a poor race and you finish, you know, at the back of the grid, there's quite a high chance there's going to be a full grid restart, a full grid reverse, sorry. And you can go from, you know, finishing last place to being on pole position. So it's good. I think it's a 40 car grid, split into pros and AMs. I was one of the pros, but it gives a chance for the AM drivers consistently to get high grid starts, and a lot of them to get, you know, podium finishes. I don't know how many AMs have won it this season, but I know there's been quite a few AM podiums, which is always fun, I guess. But yeah, it's quite annoying when if you have a good qualifying session. I'm trying to think of a good example. I think not Sebring. There was a couple of races where you like have a decent qualifying, a good race 1, and then you just start at the back of the grid for that race. Road America, I think it was. I was constantly working my way up through the grid. I think I actually had a penalty for race 1. I couldn't do qualifying, so I started at the back, worked my way up to, I think I finished 7th, and then full grid reverse. Started back of the pack again, worked my way up to 7th again. I finished 2nd in race 2 again, and then back of the pack. Work my way up again, race 3, back of the pack for race 4, and it can be quite frustrating in that. It's good fun when you're starting at the back every now and then, but when you're constantly happening, it's quite annoying. But it's a good series, you guys go check it out. Year 1 host it, and I've just realised that we have now found myself in 15th place, which isn't great at all. The pace has dropped off to the 21s. But there is a pack of cars up ahead if I can concentrate here. I'm starting to get more and more on this here. We're going to be doubling the tyres this weekend, which is going to be quite hard. So 2 hours on it. I'd love to say that I'm going to stream the race this weekend, but it just got too many issues. I should have, to be honest, should have ironed out, but I've returned to work. It's been hard trying to get back into a pattern. But over the next few weeks, that's what my goal is, trying to get back on a pattern. Create some content for anyone interested. And go from there. Not an off track in a way. We're kind of staying with 14th place. The goal of 10th is looking pretty unlikely. Kind of sorted out the problems at Blanchimont, which is good, I guess, going forward. What did I just say? I've been good with the off tracks, and then I will get an off track. I lost a lot of time there. Not good. Trying to work out so 15, 13, 12. Yeah, I don't think I'd have time. Looking too late for this. There's a couple cars that get drive-throughs. But if we can get top 12, ambitious again. We've got 20 litres of fuel left. Something about this car I really don't like. If you look down on the dashboard, the bottom right is the fuel. Obviously now it says 0.4, but that's 100.4. It doesn't have enough space to show the 1, but it's reversed in this car. Usually cars tell you how much fuel you got left. This tells you how much you've burned through. It's weird. Like, it really doesn't work for races like this where you're limited to 60 litres of fuel, so that you have to come in and pit through the 40 minute race. So you start, it says 60 litres, which you've got, but it goes up instead of going down. The capacity is 120.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
I don't know, it's just me, it's pretty weird, but
The active Romero behind is now 1.9.
I can see me cutting these few laps, to be honest. Hopefully these guys in front start fighting. Let's see. If they start fighting, we can close in. I just don't... I'm close to their pace, but they seem to be a wee bit faster than me. And if they've maybe saved the tyres better or something. It's not been a great lap for me. You can see on the Delta, I'm 1.2 seconds slower than my best in the race. Oh, big one. Jeez. I saved that. Yeah, tyres are gone, I think. Just now about defending from the cars behind, they've closed in quite a lot. A slow lap there.
Sectors 1 and 2 are 0.7 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace. Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Tyres
Push,
aren't.
push, push.
They're not feeling too smart right now.
Down in front is key.
Yeah, I've lost so much time. Wow. Tyres feel like they've just completely fallen off now. I am quite an aggressive driver and it really doesn't make me any faster, let me assure you. It's a pain. I'm off track. We're doing alright, I guess we'll be fine.
We've just had a warning for cutting the track. Okay, Aaron, don't let this guy distract you.
See what I mean? Like, I guess it's my own fault now, I'm braking too late, I'm driving silly. I don't know.
The stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good at all right now. I need to watch he doesn't try and
2 minutes to go.
overtake me here. I'm not too confident I'm bunch him on again. Back it off quite a bit. White flag though, so that's interesting. That's come earlier than I thought. Last lap then. Right, let's defend. Open for top 15. It's not where I would want to be, but
Lap to go.
it's where we've ended up. Could end up in 17th here. You're gonna get me on the straight, which is gonna just be infuriating. You're gonna fly by me, and hopefully, like Ian Luo in 17th doesn't fly by me as well. I've actually got a better exit through radio, but I find the car is so quick behind on a straight.
Alright, Aaron.
He's lost quite a lot of time.
Fuel remaining.
I think we're okay. Can I hit all my apexes? Hopefully I can get 15th secure. Which I will gain iRacing on, I think. I got the 20th highest iRacing in the lobby of 30. So 15th isn't too bad. I'm driving with some quick drivers. I'm happy that we're finishing here on lap 17.
The gap to key
Because
front is now 2.7.
anymore, I think I'd lose the position. I think I might be okay. I'd love to see, I know you don't obviously want to say that, but there's two cars in front that are really battling hard. If they came together, that would just be great. Oh, I've run way too much. Well, just don't steer too much. Take the defensive line here.
P2 has gone off in La Source. Incident in the chicane. Car left. Clear left.
Oh, they have. Oh no, I need to watch a Ferrari, but yeah, okay, we'll take it. I think it's going to be 13th place. I wanted a P10, but yeah, you'll take it. You will take it.
There's the finish. Good drive.
A very subpar performance, I will be honest. But I don't know, what else can you say really, I guess. Okay guys, so I'm going to try and wrap up the video there. If you've got any suggestions at all, please leave it in the comments. I'll read your ideas and try and implement them into the next few. I've not really got too much of a set plan for the videos. It's probably just going to be races. If anyone would let me know if it's going to be the shorter, more condensed, highlighted versions or the live comms, I'm open to both. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up here because it's already too long for my liking. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.